Hello, Cherie Hanson here. I'm bringing to you, as I always do, a meditation, a lesson, a realization that comes to me when I'm doing my ritual of first the Wim Hof cold 10 degrees Celsius bath, and then after that, the Wim Hof 6 rounds of breath. It kind of loosens up. It loosens up the bits of illusion that are clinging to my surface, like some cracked ceramic creatures caught in this structure. And I just let go. I just let go and let whatever is coming in come in. And what came to me today was that what would be helpful to talk about is the way that we are trained by our culture, by our cohorts, by our family system to compare our inside with everybody else's outside. So let me explain that a little bit. You probably got it right away, but I'll go on to explain it. So when I look inside myself, I always see when fear is arising or anxiety is arising or jealousy is arising or lower energies are coming up. I always see the idea of perfection arising like a monster. Godzilla is like perfection. You have to be perfect. Hurry up, be perfect. And I'll take that and put it up next to someone that I'm only seeing their mask, their smiley Facebook posts, their assumed happy family life, the costume of power and perfection, and the way they seem to have a passion for life. But what I know now, because I have been working on myself so much since I was 20, is I know that what I'm looking at is a paper mache creation of the other person. Only the created exterior is something that I can see. And that explains why we're always surprised when Bruce Willis can't sustain a life anymore. He's a superhero. He's strong. He's muscular. He's had this glorious, famous life. Or we look at somebody else and we hear that they died alone in a hotel room. They're famous. They're rich. Everybody loves them. They've been in TV shows. And yet, how many people have died alone in a hotel room in the last 3 years? So what we can learn from this, what I am learning from this, is that the only time I make a comparison is to make either the other person or me wrong. I'm not enough. I haven't done enough. I haven't accomplished enough. So I will compare myself to someone else, and so that I can have my ego come in. It's like Nurse Ratched, the ego. Look at you. You need to take your meds. You're insane. You can't do anything. You're too weak. You need me. And that's the ultimate self-codependence. That's something I have termed. This is a new discovery for me. We can be codependent of ourselves. The ego wants us broken. The ego wants us weak. The ego wants us to be holding on to the bars of our cell, yearning to have the freedom that other people apparently have in their life. So as soon as you get into comparison, that's always ego-driven. Always. Because there's no reason for it. You were born into this life with a contract, with lessons, with things to learn. And when you are walking your path or shifting, diverting and going on another path, that's all between you and you. That is all between your sense of self, your ego, your passionate, yearning heart. It's a committee. It's like a wrestling match with all these people in there at once, all these aspects of yourself in there at once. So how do we get out of that? We get out of it by understanding your ego will always do that. The society will always ask you to compare yourself to other people. You've already been conditioned. It's too late. It's over. You know, there's a remote control back there and somebody's pushing it. And it's not your higher self that's pushing the button on that remote control. So why do we do it? I think the reason that we compare ourselves to others so so intensely and in such a committed manner is because we're trying to find who we are. It's because we're lost. If I am like this person, then I know who my tribe is. If I am like this person, then I know who I belong to. And it is what a lost child does. Wandering through a crowd in the mall, looking for mommy and daddy, looking for somebody that you can hold on to their fingers and walk with. What if we could love ourselves enough so that we don't feel lost? So that we get in a place where we're just in a place where we're growing, and we know we're growing, but we're growing in a way that isn't a survival-driven fury video game kind of engagement. It's the Japanese word for if you make one improvement today, then you have grown yourself. So looking at yourself, looking at the choices you make in a day, keep in mind that any improvement is signaling to your committee, the wrestling people that you're involved with, the persona, the part of yourself, the soul fragments. If you are improving, then it calms down that aggression on yourself. Today, I got a little more sleep. Today, I got REM sleep. Today, I went out first thing in the morning and went for a walk because I am always readjusting my habits gently. Just being in a place where I know this habit will signal to my body that I'm taking good care of it and it will make it healthier and I'll be more optimistic. So why do we make comparisons? We make comparisons because we have no friggin' idea who we are. And that came to me today. So when you get tempted to compare your inside, which is, it's like a storm. It's like a hurricane. It's all emotions and trauma and past stories and, remembrances of failures and yearnings for something that isn't now. When you get to that state, just say to yourself, it's okay. This self that I am setting out into the world in, like it was a canoe or like it was a boat, will carry me. And life is long. Life is long. We have time to learn. We have time to shift. We have time to grow our spirits. And what other people are doing is their journey. Just wish them well. Good luck. Good luck with that. It doesn't mean that you are falling short of growing who you are, because a little bit of change every day means that you're doing it. And congratulate yourself. There it is. Today's sermon from the bedroom. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. It means so much to me that you do that. It's such a joy. Also, the comments are so good. The thumbs up. I feel wonderful that my putting myself out there is helping other people. My journey has been very, very powerful. To go from someone who was battered and abused and in every way, you name any kind of abuse, it's like a delicatessen. Would you like a little of this and a little of that? Oh yeah, fill my plate with all of it. To get to a place where I made the choice not to resign from life, not to pull back, but to stand there and say, how can I change my energy and my sense of who I am? And I went after that. And I can help you too if you get a hold of me for coaching. Again, I say thank you so much. I appreciate